everyone, today I'm at KD Motorcycles test riding this beautiful 2023 Kawasaki Versys 650. Last year, Kawasaki has completely redesigned the front end of this bike, also added a nice looking TFT dash traction control, and so we know this is an adventure touring motorcycle, but obviously a bit more oriented into the sport touring segment because it's got the 17 inches front wheel. So it's going to be interesting to see how it handles on the road, in town, out of town, on faster roads as well, on the highway with this sort of windscreen as well, handguard, and obviously this has been equipped with the top box as well, and it's got luggage. It's fully dressed, so it's got luggage as well. So now, before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on the next reviews that we put out on the channel. Now let's get started with a quick sound check, shall we? So as soon as you actually sit on this bike, you notice that the seat is so well padded and comfortable. Now, given that this bike is brand new, we're gonna try it and take it as easy as we can. I don't know what's going on with the dashboard, but it looks all blurry, but we're gonna get on the highway here, start our test on a bit of a faster road to see how this bike likes the highway. With this enormous windscreen here up front, it's hopefully going to be one of the best bikes you could have for highway riding. .70 miles an hour, just above 4,000 or 5,000 RPM. The bike is vibration free, it's very comfortable, there's no wind buffeting. At speed, it's very smooth. You can overtake in 6th gear, no problem at all. Push it a little bit more. I mean, this parallel twin engine is full of surprises. I just had the Kawasaki Vulcan S for review. If you guys are interested in watching that review, I mean, obviously that's a cruiser bike. There's a link down in the description below, but I mean, this engine that's shared with so many bikes from the Kawasaki range now because of its flexibility. If you touch the 6,000 RPM, you'll notice a bit more of the wind buffeting right on the top of your helmet. Having said that, it's so stable as well at speed. I'm so surprised in just how lightweight it feels as well, and it shouldn't be. You know, obviously on the spec sheets we know what it weighs. You know, Kawasaki has always done so well keeping the balance of the bike perfect, and on top of that, its weight distribution stable at speed. Suspension is really well sprung. The seat is so plush and comfortable. I'm 6 foot tall. I am not cramped at all. These foot controls are in sort of like a mid position, I'd say. You're not going to have any trouble getting on and off the bike and maneuvering the bike as well at low speed, I'm sure. We've got to talk about this engine a little bit, don't we? So it's actually quite pleasant to ride the torque curve on these bikes, and it's just so the engine really doesn't suffer from any acceleration problems, speed problems, or anything like that. It pulls the weight really quickly, it keeps up with traffic, it overtakes traffic really well. Now it's time to kind of have some fun in the twisties here. Yeah, all right, I have to confess, I have bounced a little bit on this bike now. Obviously, the suspension isn't meant for you to push the bike so much, you know, but obviously, I mean, the suspension is set very soft in complete stock form, and you can appreciate that because obviously people that are going to ride this bike, are going to test ride this bike, they're going to want something that is comfortable. We can tweak the suspension on this bike very easily, actually, up front and at the back. The Showa suspension here does not dive as much as I anticipated. It's just the back, really, I think, is where we'll need some adjustments. It's obviously remotely adjustable, so it's going to be very easy to do. Now with a bit of traffic on the way to take it back to KD Motorcycles, we're going to find out how it is to handle it at slow speeds as well as maneuvering it, tight turns and things like that. And here, notice, when you come to a stop, actually, you definitely feel that it's a substantial bike when you come to a stop. So what do I like and don't I like about this bike? Starting with the seat, that's so plush and so comfortable. I love it, absolutely love it. The wind protection is really good. And you're going to find yourself riding this bike on the highway more often than you think because it's actually a pleasant experience. On top of that, I think with a pillion, it's going to be a comfortable ride as well because the seat here at the back is very well padded too. And then its handling is absolutely superb for a bike of this class. So here I am back at KD Motorcycles, guys. I mean, I definitely recommend you come check it out. You come test ride it for yourself because there's very few things I didn't like. For example, I think the suspension setup at the back, this needs stiffening up quite a bit for me. At the front, maybe I'll play with the preload just a bit. The Showa suspension is actually quite nice and it soaks up bumps pretty well. The only negative really is the fact that you've got to be a bit more mindful than you think at slow speeds. Suspension here at the rear, I found myself bouncing quite a bit when pushing this bike a little too much, a little more than I should have anyways, I should say. But anyways, this pretty much wraps it up for me, guys, on this first ride review here at KD Motorcycles. And let me know down here in the comments below what you think about this bike. What would you like to see next? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.